Hi guys, this video is to help you with the discussion for Unit 6. So I suggest that you grab a piece of paper right now and do this page of notes with me, and then use that page of notes when you're completing your discussion for Unit 6. Whenever you do a discussion, make sure you answer all the questions on the discussion and give as many details as you can. That's how you'll get the full points for the discussion. So this discussion talks about the correlation coefficient. So you have to know what the correlation coefficient is to start, and that's what you should have learned about in Unit 6. So the correlation coefficient just tells how reliable the correlation or the connection is of the two things that you're comparing. So the closer you are to the number 1 or -1, the better as far as the correlation or the connection goes between those two. So if somebody said, so here's an example, like number 1 on your discussion, this is similar. Does a correlation coefficient of 0.24 show a strong correlation? So 0.24 is not very close to 1. It's kind of small, like 24% kind of. So no, this would not be a strong correlation because it's not very close to 1. So that's what the first question kind of asks you about, is like, does this show a strong correlation or not? And the second question, which for some reason I wrote 3, so I guess that's number 2, which is a stronger correlation, negative 0.74 or positive 0.52? So what you want to remember about the correlation coefficient is it's really taking the absolute value. It's talking about which one's closer. So like, is 0.52 closer to 1 than negative 0.74 is to -1? So you want to think about the absolute value of those. So when you take the absolute value of negative 0.74, that's just 0.74. Like, how far away from -1 is it? That's kind of what we're talking about. Or how far away from 0 is it? So between these two, which one has a stronger correlation? It would be this one. Even though it's negative and seems like it's smaller, it's still closer to its goal of -1. So this one has a stronger correlation because its absolute value is higher than this 0.52. So those are the questions that they're going to ask you on the discussion for Unit 6. So make sure you add as many details as you can to get the best score.